selling real one Chevy.
Hey everyone, welcome to IJustWatched. It's your boy Joseph, and we're here to talk Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings. The current MCU films and phases so far have been okay to me, this included. I think between all the new films, Eternals and Shang-Chi are the better of the few. And that includes, Spider-Man No Way Home, Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. Black Widow, but Black Widow's a prequel, don't count. And then the series, you can include them, but film-wise, movie-wise, it's between Eternals and Shang-Chi for me. I kind of lean Eternals, but not by a lot, excuse me. But that being said, I gotta hit you with the usual, which is hopefully you like this video enough to smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell to get notified when videos like these drop. Let's talk the Ten Rings, Shang-Chi, and the MCU a little bit. So Shang-Chi is a good movie. I liked a lot of it. There's things I didn't like. I like the fact because Shang-Chi is the the best martial artist in the Marvel universe. Here, it's probably still true, but they changed him. He's very much capable of magic with the rings, and magic is much more intertwined into his lore in the MCU, which is fine. I feel like they wanted to up him to that level for the magic branch that is going to be the MCU. So I'm not necessarily I'm not necessarily against it, but it's just one of those things where I say it all the time. I'm not a huge fan when they make drastic changes to characters. I do think you get away with it more on these lesser known, less popular characters, such as Shang-Chi, or even on the DC side, Peacemaker. Characters like that, you get away with more, which is understandable. I usually let go just come like I get it, but it has to be like done proper, if that makes sense. I feel like the MCU is moving into like three main branches. You're gonna have your magic branch, your galactic branch, and then your like science tech branch. And then so you can see certain characters that were in magic or involved in magic, such as Shang-Chi, magic branch. Characters who are going galactic. I mean, Thor is clearly in space, and we're meeting other deities and aliens and Guardians of the Galaxy, plus Eternals with the fucking Celestials and stuff. There's your galactic route, and then your third, tech and science, gives us the still leading to the Thunderbolts, and then is it still gonna go down like your tech science route on Earth? So like I feel like those are your three main branches of storytelling and villainy for the MCU moving forward, which I think is cool. So instead of having just Thanos and then a bunch of shit happening, I think you're gonna have your three Thanos-esque villains. You know what I mean? Like anywhere from like Doctor Doom, Kang, Galactus, or like you'll have a few. Excuse me. However, I feel like while having those few, you're still gonna have like your one in the background. And as of right now, I mentioned him, but I feel like your one in the background still is gonna be Kang, but it's gonna be multiple versions of him. So you're gonna end up defeating him here and there. Like in Loki, they technically defeat Immortus, and that's just the oldest, wisest version of Kang. Not really Kang the Conqueror, but we're clearly gonna get that in upcoming things. So we'll see him throughout, and we'll see different versions of him get defeated or win and whatnot. So that's why I mentioned him here, although you'll have like Kang the Conqueror kind of as your big bad, and then these other branching out leading to theirs. That's just my opinion, my theory, educated guess. Jumping back to Shang-Chi, the reason I say that is because like these are not rings, they're gauntlets, they're bracelets. It seems like they're still kind of going the route that they're not technically magic, even though they are, because they help fight. One thing that I loved is the fact that they introduced a demon, and the soul suckers and stuff like that. Like that's a legit demon. They have to use the fucking magic dragon scales to fight it and kill these demons. And then the 10 rings were being called to release this monster, this demon. And I was like, okay, so like these rings are magic, but they might switch it up, because originally they're just interdimensional tech. This feels like it might be interdimensional magic, or interdimensional tech that is magic to us, or something like that. So I'm not necessarily against it. I know here they're bracelets, and homie said, what if when they get to the creatures they belong to, they were big as fuck, so to them they were rings, to us they're bracelets. I was like, yeah, you could write that and technically get away with it. So I don't know, I'm interested to see where it goes, because they set enough things up for me to be like, okay, let me see some more Shang-Chi. Let me see more of his sister. Let me see more of what's going on here. What's going on with the Ten Rings and what the actual gauntlets mean, and like where these bracelets gonna take us. Why Wong is training or dealing with Abomination, because I know we're gonna get him in the She-Hulk show. Overall, I liked the movie. Thought it was good. A few things I didn't like. I mean, MCU really just disrespects and hates the Mandarin. I don't know why, because again, they ruined him. They fucked him up. I like the Mandarin. He's a powerful character. Smart. He's capable. His dad was smart and capable, but it wasn't really the Mandarin. Like, the Mandarin never really came to fruition in the MCU. Why they dislike that character so much, I'm not sure. But it is what it is. It's too late. They tried to fix it a little bit here, or with Hell to the King. That short and this, they tried to adjust and kind of fix it, but it was too late. Y'all fucked it up, and then y'all didn't really fix it here anyway. The biggest nitpick for this one was, like, I like the fight scenes, but I dislike the consistent CG used in some of the hand-to-hand fight scenes. Like, some of it was practical and legit and trained and cool, and it was beautiful, but then those parts where you can just clearly see like the body movements and stuff were like CG, and it's not a huge issue, but I'm just like, I feel like you could have maybe, because I mean, I know the dude trained and learned a lot of different martial arts and stuff to be a decent Shang-Chi and stuff. Like, he fucking put the work in, but like, maybe it would have been the shot to like maybe give it to someone who was already pre-trained, maybe not a movie star, but this you could have gave it to some like a stunt double who already knew all this shit and just had to train and perfect a few things, and they could have used less or something like that. Because you can see when it's a body double and stuff, and it's not a huge deal, but it was enough to bother me because I was like, come on, like, I shouldn't be able to notice things like that. This is not a cheap film by any means. It's not made by a studio who has no access to some of the most talented special effects and stuff like that. Like, so things like that I shouldn't be able to see. More of a nitpick, but I mean, alright, it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. It had some funny ass moments. Overall, good movie, but it just didn't feel like anything special. It just kind of felt like middle tier. With everything going on in the MCU currently, I think we need that like Avengers team up movie to start to like kind of reel things in a little bit, just to kind of answer a few questions whilst continuously building on the grander story, so it doesn't feel as scattered. Because right now it feels pretty scattered, which makes sense until we get that moment of, oh shit, this is what they were talking about. This answers this while leading to this or stuff like that. So I'm kind of just waiting on that, because I feel once we get that, all these movies are gonna go up a tier. Because you're gonna be like, so this little piece goes here, this little piece, okay. It's like you'll start versus right now I'm too close to the picture. I'm too close to the frame to see the whole picture. I still have faith. I think it still can be great. They got some crazy movies announced and coming out. The shows, of course, have to be considered when it comes to the intertwinement. And the shows have been pretty good too. I mean, honestly, I feel like the shows have probably been a little more surprisingly favorable than some of the new movies. But that's a whole different conversation. Let me know your opinion. Did you like this movie? What do you think of the MCU currently? Comments, questions, concerns, requests down below. Love hearing from you. But until next time, stay safe, be well. Adios.